I started Color Magazine 2 years ago, and I did so to profile professionals of color in a positive way. I think one of the things that Color Magazine does well is by promoting professionals of color, we're giving back in a sense that people can see themselves reflected in the people they read about. If either they want to be that person or they're like that person.
I think the magazine represents me because in some ways it feels like it works in parallel to the work that we do. At Proverb, we're really focused on how do you service the general market in a way that's smarter, in a way that's more reflective of the way that the country has evolved or the way that markets are evolving. And so when I look at the magazine, I look at it as, a collection of individuals, who have an exceedingly wide range of perspectives that are executing at a very, very high level.
I feel Color Magazine represents all of who I am, as a woman, as a professional, as a person of color, as somebody living in a major city in the United States. I feel the magazine and its articles and the information in it speak to everything that I am.
I think Color Magazine does a great job representing myself as a minority of color. I'm an Asian American, a Chinese in this city, and I do quite a bit of work in the community, volunteering, especially for my organization at Boston.
My goal for Color Magazine is to make it into a national publication. And we've already started that process by being circulated in New York. We're about to go into Chicago and Miami. So in reality, I want to be able to get that message out nationally that professionals of color are doing great things.
The article or feature in Color Magazine that I think impacts me on a regular basis the most is really the opportunity to meet the people and organizations that are making a significant change in my world. These are people of color that I never knew existed, so it really is a special treat to meet them and to understand the work that they're doing.
Back in May, the Color Magazine did an article about NAP Boston and Asian American Heritage Month. It was a great opportunity for us to talk about our organization as well as the impact of Asian Americans in the greater Boston area.
I feel that Color Magazine represents a transformative publication that highlights inspiring individuals that provide us with a sense of motivation and accomplishment. As a Latina businesswoman, it provides me with content that's relevant to my career and my personal life, and that of my community as well.
Color Magazine is unique, and it's unique because we have a diverse staff. We have writers from various ethnicities, and they write with those sensibilities in mind. And we have an advisory committee that helps define what the content is going to be in the magazine.
When I think about the team behind Color Magazine, I think of individuals that represent a diverse group of people. And not only are they diverse in the sense of the ethnicities that they represent, but more importantly in the diversity of thought. And I truly believe that that's the power behind Color Magazine. They remind me of a group of individuals that view obstacles as a way to keep everyone else out and as a motivation to test how bad they really want something.
Well, as someone who's built a company focused on innovation, I think that so much of what's required to innovate is how do you bring a new perspective or new thinking to a pre-existing problem. I see the magazine as being a logical extension off of that. It really does serve as a celebration, but also a tool, for managers who are trying to figure out how do they maximize their team.
Well, one of the things that we are engaged in, aside from profiling professionals of color and being able to read about people that you either want to be like or are like, we're also creating a nonprofit that will be able to give money back in a way that students of color can go back to school for graduate or doctorate work.
Pick up a magazine like Color, I'm almost always expecting one of three things. To see what I know that I know, to see what I know that I don't know, or to see what I don't know that I don't know.